What's up, everybody? I'm back. Only took what 2, 3 weeks, but I'm back. It's been on my to-do list to come back and do a follow-up video or vlog about the why now. But then there was that whole TikTok scenario. This whole I don't even want to talk about politics, and I kind of wanted to sit steady, even though I didn't think any TikTok was really going to go anywhere. I didn't want to jump in and make a bunch of videos and then end up losing them. And so I was actually coming up with some other ways, some alternate ways to kind of get my information archived. So I'm back for a minute. We'll see how long, but I do want to stay faithful and kind of reporting this experience because I know it'll be valuable for me and maybe one or two other people in the future as I sojourn on this trading life that I am entering. So I left off last with just an introduction and how I was introduced to trading in middle school. And I think I said I would follow up with the why now, why 30 years later have I decided that I'm going to jump all in trading and learn this big mystery. And the answer is really simple. It was lack of representation. Representation matters. Hashtag. Because it really does. By the time I got to college, I didn't even know where to start. It was still an interest. I was still interested in it. It was still in the back of my head, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. I literally, I had intentions of maybe going into business or to, I think I wanted to do international business for a while, and that probably would have been a good thing to pursue. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I babysat kids all my life. I knew kids. Everybody's like, oh, you need to be a teacher. You should be a teacher. I knew I didn't want to be a teacher, but I was like, well, I know kids. I'm good with kids. Kids like me. I like them. Maybe I should be a teacher. And it was a path that a lot of, all my aunts were teachers. So many people that I still knew and loved were already teachers. So I said, well, maybe I need to be a teacher too. So that's what I ended up doing. I have never liked teaching and didn't last very long in teaching. I pursued some other things along the course of life, got married, had children. So all of that kind of comes in. And so what happened in 2024 when I finally, and I was thinking about it too. There were so many, it was always in the back of my mind. So there were so many opportunities that came up as trading became more and more popular slowly over the years. There were like these trainings that would come to town, learn how to trade stocks. And, I'd go and I'd spend the whole day there, and then they drop and for $10,000, $15,000, you can join our group. Highly unlikely, because I didn't. I'm not going to say who's got it because there are people who do, but it wasn't me. I didn't have $10, $15 sitting around to take a chance in investing. So just opportunities never arose for me to take a part of it. I remember when that movie, now I'm not going to think of the name, that movie that Will Smith played where he was the stockbroker who came up, who was actually homeless with his son. Y'all put the name in the comments. I'll think of it as soon as I press stop. But I remember when his book came out and I got his book and I read his book, and that was a little bit of inspiration. But again, I didn't have the courage to start from zero with nothing. I wasn't going to move out of, what is this so much? Sorry. I wasn't going to, gamble everything to start. So I just was never in the position to really chase it. So it was always just a little elusive dream way out in the future. And 2024 came, and here I am, where we are now. My kids were both in high school. I was a stay-at-home mom for the majority of the time that I was home, that they were growing up. So I never had an outside job. I was just part-time here, a little bit here. But their schedule was allotting me the time to kind of try to find employment. So I was looking for jobs, and that wasn't panning out. And it was just a couple of things that were lining up. So just not being able to find a job and getting a little bit of money given to me, gifted to have a little bit of money. I was listening to the Karen Hunter show. Shout out Karen Hunter, and she had Terry Agioma on. And she was pitching her program. And of course, what attracted me was that she was a former educator. Her story was almost kind of like parallel to mine. And so it's definitely somebody I could relate to. And she was definitely a representative of me as a Black woman as well. So I decided that when I got this little bit of money, I would go ahead and invest in her course to kind of get me started. She did offer the 1 week how to take your first trade. So I was geared up for that. That was free. Took that 1 week, took my first trade with her that 1 week, and then jumped into her program. And one thing that I do not regret at all is investing in myself and taking her program. It was just a firm foundation in this whole way of being. Now, she's not the only one that I've come to rely on. And I'll kind of maybe talk about some of the other ones in another video. But if you can afford to invest in a training program, hers is the one I would choose, simply because it's very down to earth, it's very simple, it's practical, it's approachable, and it gave me the courage to kind of continue to do this. So yeah, why now? Why 2024? It's 2025 now. So why 2024? It was just the stars were aligning. I could not find a job. I had all this time I have all this time and energy to pour into it, which you really need. So it was nothing to it but to do it. Were there times during the course of me doing this where I was like, this is maybe a little bit more, I bit off more than I could chew, or maybe there's a reason why I didn't do it? Yes, all of those things have, and they still come through every now and then. But I can say for the most part, that was the best investment. It was the best introduction to me diving into this into trading. So yeah, that's just all I wanted to share in this video, was just why now? Why did you decide after 30 years of it being so far away? And I can say that I'm proud of myself for because the most of the doubts came with, it's just too much and you're too old. Too much and you're too old. And so I'm so glad that I looked over the too much and it's too old. It is a lot, and I am not old. So there's no time like the present. So I think that's all for this one. I'll be back sooner so that I can get you guys, as if anybody's listening, just to document me for myself on those first few days, those first days of actually pushing the button. So until then, peace.